Hey guys, Doubt here to tell you that Goblin Caves is just free AP for solo. There's mobs everywhere, boxes to break, chests to open. Also, now that it's moved to be a 5x5 rather than a 4x4, you end up running into a lot less people. I only played 2 games yesterday. They were both on this map, and we made about 500 AP. I don't think I fought any in these games, but there's also a high density of centipedes who give really great jewelry drops. Hope you enjoy. I also got a good loot in one of my past games that has like 6 memory capacity or something like that. And so that's just why I'm reorganizing, so I can bring Unchained Harmony and have my loot songs at the end, because I'll still be able to play them regardless. And luckily for me, right after changing those songs around and bringing Unchained Harmony, I actually started right next to a gold chest both games. I had thought about grabbing these for the agility and vigor, but honestly, I haven't been liking loose trousers. I'd rather just have dex or vigor trousers because they just give a lot more stats that are useful rather than some movement speed that I'm gonna get for my songs anyway. If you're wanting to rat around and avoid PvP, those would probably be good now since agility increases your interaction speed, but the way that I like to build is just having vigor, strength, and like 1 or 2 items with dexterity, because I think that gives me the best chances to win a fight if I get into one. I still struggle with Harmonic Shield, but I'm trying. Right here, I'm just honestly not wanting to deal with the spider pots to my right, so that's why I go left. Also, I know after I get to the end of this hallway and I go left, there's a bunch of breakable boxes that'll give me a ton of loot too, so I'm just wanting to head that way. And I'm just gonna edit. I know this isn't the most fun like to watch or honestly even play sometimes because you're just sort of playing loot simulator, but typically how I play in Goblin Caves is I'll just run around and try to get as much loot as I can because there genuinely isn't a lot of good sellables around unless you're going to these crates and finding the gold chests or bossing. So my preferred plan to do is just run around and grab as much as I can, and if I run into another player, I'll take the fight then. I never try to just run around and force things because it honestly can get really bad really quick. Get slowed by a death beetle, poisoned by an archer, and that just ruins your whole fight. I've also noticed in low elo playing with some of my friends recently that so many people just will die in Goblin Caves. I've run up on so many just dead bodies that are still fully untouched because they died to an archer or a bola slinger or something like that. And in my opinion, goblins are a lot easier to fight, but they are still very unforgiving because of the poison or the slow or how they have little effects unlike the skeletons. So again, in this game, I'm just slowly clearing all the mobs because you get a lot of AP for killing things, but I'm also just breaking all of these boxes that I see because that's honestly one of the best sources of sellables that we're going to find in the caves. And not only sellables, but also upgrades to our gear apparently. I'm losing 1 dex, but I'm gaining physical damage bonus and more health. I'm actually sitting at 140 health without buffs, and I think 144 with them now. And I tested it after this game while I was waiting in the pregame lobby, and my falchion was swinging for upwards of 100 damage. And there are still some pink spikes in Goblin Caves, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as it used to be. That was one of the only ones that I honestly noticed throughout this game. Those are also some pretty awesome heavy boots. I don't typically use them because they only give 4 move speed, but I am gonna probably try them at some point with my next set. Alright, and we did hear a portal spawn behind us where we came from, so I'm gonna run back and open that up. It gives some AP, and it's also a nice little security blanket in case I get into a bad situation. But I'm not gonna leave yet. I still want to run around and kill some more things and clear some more things, and if I run into a player, cool, we'll get into a fight. But it's always good just to make sure you have some sort of safety. I'm also realizing that this is the big mine room and that there is another golden or lion head chest underneath where I am. And so I'm just gonna run in, clear some mobs and grab that. That was awkward. I know there's a goblin running up on me, but I'm not super concerned about it. I could probably take 1 shot. And so what I should have done here was used as many meds as I could, because I could have picked up those purple gloves and dropped like pots and bandages and stuff. They weren't the best raw hides, but they did have physical damage bonus, and they were purple, so that's a decent amount of knowledge and resourcefulness that I won't need to get on other gear. But I didn't, and basically just left with some space still. Regardless, that was worth 300 AP, which isn't the worst considering my entrance fee at this point is 200. I added in this pregame lobby here because this barbarian decides he just wants to run up and stare at us. And we'll see him again later. And then we get into game 2 and we get the same exact spawn, which is perfect because we're right next to a golden chest. But this game, the zone is a bit further away, so we need to speed up how we clear through here. And even though zone's coming, I have a bunch of heals, I have Tranquility. I'm just gonna open these chests. I'm close enough to just run over to the other side and basically be fine. And so just stating again, our game plan is the exact same thing. We're killing mobs, we're looting chests, we're breaking boxes. If we run into someone, cool, we run into someone. If not, just free AP. And we do actually hear someone moving around on our left side here. And remembering that we heard someone this way, we're just going to be a little careful going through the doorway in case it's a rogue or someone with an invis pot or any sort of melee that we don't want to fight initially in melee. So we get Lament of Languor and Shriek of Weakness off, and this barbarian starts to charge after us. So we're just going to back up, swap to our crossbow, realize that we never reloaded it from the last time we used it, swap to our drum, and then he starts to run away. Basically with the barbarian, we just want to at least land one crossbow shot, hopefully one or two other drums, and then we can fight him and we should win. But this barbarian is honestly playing really scared of us, which is fair. So I'm just gonna let him walk away. We don't have to chase it. Honestly, I'd probably make a bigger mistake chasing him than I would just letting him live. And we hear a portal spawn underneath us, so we can always use that if we need to. And just in case the barbarian didn't go far, I'm gonna run around and cast Shriek of Weakness and check for him. If he's invis, that would suck, but at least he'll be weakened. And I could like block his Y-hander or just fight him upright. He was missing a chest piece, so Shriek of Weakness will actually make him take extra damage. There's There's a chance at least. So I'm not super concerned about the fight. I would just prefer to be safe and get a crossbow or some drums off first. The barbarian thinks that he's Frieza and he broke the villain code and starts to run at us, so we're gonna turn around and hit him with our crossbow and then get ready to throw some drums or run into melee. But once again, he just decides to run away and we're gonna let him. Honestly, since I hit him with that crossbow shot, if he ran into melee, he was probably dead, so this was his best bet. We hear him over here, so we're just gonna check for him, but then we see a giant trail of goblins after him, and I'm just deciding, you know what, I have enough loot, I've done enough this game. I'm just gonna check around downstairs, open up the portal, and head out. It'll be in the zone. I doubt anyone will come out this way. Sadly, somebody killed the 2 centipedes that spawned down here, but they did leave some chests unopened, so I'm just gonna grab those before I extract. And this game wasn't as good as the last one, but we did leave with 200 AP. Once again, I just want to thank everyone for being here or making it to this point in the video. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that comes and watches my content. It really does mean a lot. If you could just do one thing for me, if you haven't already, please just like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Any of those 3 things really help, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I already said, I'm just gonna keep saying it because it really does mean a lot. Hope you have a great day. Peace.